am a victim of medical and judicial corruption. This is my story. I became very ill in 2006. I required gallbladder surgery. A prominent Edmonton surgeon agreed to remove my gallbladder. After the alleged surgery, my health deteriorated drastically. I attended several Canadian hospitals, which alleged they could not find the problem. In fear for my life, I went to New York. A CT scan was done, which reveals my gallbladder was not removed. I returned to Canada to find no doctor would help me. The University of Alberta Hospital refused to read my CT scans done in New York. This statement is documented on my hospital records. I am forced to obtain medical help out of country at my expense. I have been hospitalized over 6 times out of country. I was seen by one of the world's top liver specialists in Hong Kong. I was told that I require a liver transplant immediately. I am unable to pay for this transplant. On November 27th, 2008, I was sent to Dr. David Bigham for a consult. He is one of Alberta's organ transplant surgeons. Why would I be sent to a transplant surgeon for no reason? Further out-of-country tests revealed that I have many malignant tumors. I am fighting for my life. I was told by several out-of-country doctors they will never be able to remove all the cancer. They can prolong my life with chemotherapy and other alternatives. The Charter of Rights and Freedoms enforces everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of the person and the right not to be deprived thereof except in accordance with the principle of fundamental justice. The Alberta Health Act states, whereas the Government of Alberta is committed to ensuring that no person who is entitled to an insured surgical service be required to pay for that service. The laws are to protect the people, not the government. September 2010, the Canadian Medical Association acknowledged that Canada ranks almost last among advanced countries in value for money in healthcare. They also acknowledged that it is not only money, but better and more effective systems of management and governance are needed. People are not aware of the code of doctors, the 6 Ps. First is power, then comes pride, then is profit, then is promise, then is priority, and last, the patient. Doctors will not report other doctors' negligence, even at the cost of human life. I have approached the Alberta Health Minister on several occasions. This is his reply. It is inappropriate for the minister to comment on matters that are the responsibility of the federal government. This letter was sent to me from J. Remitar, Deputy Minister's Office. This is the other reply. I am sorry to read about your discomfort. However, Alberta Health and Wellness cannot do anything more to address your concerns and considers this matter closed. Previous health ministers' letters to me from Minister Tony Clements, primary responsibility for matters related to the administration and delivery of healthcare services falls within provincial and territorial jurisdiction. Horrific, passing the buck with my life. Ask yourself, is it no wonder that the elite, including Parliament member Danny Williams, chose to go to the US for surgeries? We, the Canadians, don't have the luxury of choice. I then proceeded to apply to the out-of-country panel. I was denied. One of the panel members was a doctor that I have litigation against. Talk about corruption. The public is also not aware that the Lieutenant Governor appoints all members on tribunals. They allege there is a member of the public on the committee. This is a lie. The Health Minister alleges he is at arm's length to tribunals. He also alleges he can't intervene. The power and authority under Regional Health Authority Act states, unless the power to delegate is limited in this regulation. A regional health authority may delegate any power or duty conferred or imposed on it under this or any other act to a committee of the regional health authority, to any of its employees, officers, or agents, or to a community health council. I was deprived of my right to an out-of-country appeal hearing because I was in a hospital. I was unable to apply within the 60-day mandate. There is no stipulation on timeframes in the Charter. The Charter states everyone's rights or freedoms as guaranteed Charter have been infringed or denied may apply to a court of competent jurisdiction to obtain such remedies as the court considers appropriate and just in the circumstances. The Health Minister refuses to allow citizens judicial hearings, which is a violation of the Charter. I now have a lawsuit in the courts and am forced to represent myself. The Statement of Principles on Self-Represented Litigants and Accused Persons states the courts are supposed to make process convenient and accommodating, fair access and equal treatment by the courts, modify the traditional order of taking evidence. Justice Shelley is my case management justice. She has refused to use the rules of court to help me. She said, "You will have to come up with the money, the same as a law firm." Another one of her statements, "I am not here to save your life. I am here to make sure this proceeds on a timely manner." She has dismissed my application for out-of-country care. She is in contempt of court. This is a violation of my human rights. She has stated in the courtroom, "I am not going to make things easy on you because you are self-represented." I contacted the Judicial Council and they felt this was not poor conduct. Justice Shelley has dismissed the Minister of Health from my lawsuit. Justice Parks advised the defense not to ask the courts to have the minister removed. He was an ethical and fair judge. He was removed for no apparent reason, and they appointed Justice Shelley to my case. Justice Shelley is biased and protecting the doctors. Assistant Chief Rook has refused to remove her. He says she is polite. While she is polite, she is endangering my life. Whereas the courts have an obligation to remove a justice on apprehension of bias, this is what they call justice. Be very afraid, because this could happen to you. The Charter of Rights and Freedoms must be upheld for ourselves and future generations. We are nothing but a number. What protection do we have from medical abuse? The College of Physicians and Surgeons of Alberta allege they reprimand doctors. How do we know? If you are a victim of medical abuse, the college will not inform you of the reprimand the doctor will receive, if they receive any reprimand at all. The Charter also states every individual is equal before and under the law and has the right to equal protection and benefit of the law. The laws made in Canada are made to protect the rich and powerful. If you can't afford a lawyer, do you get justice? If you can't afford an appeal to a higher court, do you get justice? Power is protecting power. The people must protect the people. The courts are owned by the people, not the judges. This abuse is happening to too many Canadians and needs to be stopped. If you are in the position to help, please contact me on information provided. Today, October 4th, I attended the Edmonton, Alberta Law Courts building. I went to file my review and variance application, and I was denied and refused. This is a breach and violation of my rights as a Canadian citizen. I was also informed by the clerk of the courts that Chief Assistant Justice Rook is the only person that can remove Justice Shelley from my litigation. This is not correct. There are other methods. I can have her removed by appeal, although that again is a violation because this costs a lot of money for transcripts, filing fees, etc. The laws are supposed to be equal for everyone, rich, poor, and otherwise. I am being treated unjustly and unfairly because I am self-represented. The people must realize that the laws are for everyone.